We've come across a news article that might have leaked the team name that the franchise in Seattle plans on using. We've got all the details and we'll discuss that coming up next. Welcome back to another video here at Top Shelf Hockey. If you're new to the channel, thanks for stopping by. We review and discuss all 31 NHL teams. So if you're a huge hockey fan, consider subscribing and clicking the bell so you don't miss anything. Alright, so as I mentioned off the top, we have a news article that might have leaked the team name that the franchise in Seattle plans on using once it's awarded its new NHL franchise, hopefully this summer. So once again, I'd like to thank one of our subscribers, Kyle Chang, who has forwarded me an article here to help me discover this information. The article indicates that the governor for the state of Washington is doing a press conference and is talking about a proposed fast line monorail system that they're talking about putting in to connect visitors between Seattle and Vancouver to have an easy way to travel back and forth. That was the main point of the article, and during that press conference, he used the term the Seattle Totems versus the Vancouver Canucks and how it could enhance the rivalry of the soon-to-be NHL franchise. So obviously, does he know something that the rest of us don't know? Obviously, we've talked on this channel before, and it's been discussed in the media and in public, some of the names that we reportedly that the franchise was considering using for its team name should it be awarded a franchise here soon, coming up as early as this summer. If you missed our previous videos discussing the potential team names and what was being reported, there'll be a YouTube card up here. You can go back and watch that video and take a look. So now the name being reported that was used in the article, as I mentioned, was the Seattle Totems. So obviously the name of the Seattle Totems has a lot of history in Seattle. The Totems are actually the last professional hockey team to play in the Seattle area. They belong to the Pacific Coast Hockey League, which they played from 1958 to 1975. So there is a lot of history in that city with the name. Obviously, as you can tell by the thumbnail, with the colors and the logo and the jerseys and everything, like it really fits well with likely is going to be their colors. I mean, obviously we know Seattle's known as the Emerald City. Based on their other sports franchises, you know green is going to be a dominant color in all of their merchandise, logos, jerseys, everything like that. So I think this would actually work pretty well. And now that I know a little bit more about the history of the Totems, personally, I think I can embrace the name a little bit more so than I thought before. The first time I heard it, I didn't think it sounded right. But with all the history there, maybe there's something to be said about the name the Seattle Totems. Personally, I still like the name the Seattle Metropolitans because there is history with that name as well in the city of Seattle. But maybe the Totem history is a little bit more recent, and maybe it could work. So what do you think? Do you think that the Seattle Totems could work as a name for one? And do you think this was kind of leaked, accidentally here? Or is there something more to it? Certainly check out the article down below. Obviously, there's more to it here in the article than just talking about the team name. Obviously, they're talking about the monorail system that they're proposing that they might put in to run between Portland, Seattle, and Vancouver, which would probably be great for fans to be able to travel back and forth, and probably would enhance the rivalry if there's an easy way to travel back and forth to the teams. Should Seattle get their franchise, which I think we could all agree is pretty much a foregone conclusion, that more than likely, I don't know exactly the time frame, my guess is probably this summer, we're going to see an announcement for the Seattle franchise introduced to the NHL. So I know we've discussed the team name on videos on this channel before, and for the most part, Totems seem to be a reasonably popular choice. So give me your thoughts down below. Should this be the team name? Do you think that there is actual information here that was leaked? Or could it be just a case of the governor maybe just misspeaking and thinking that maybe that's what it would be called based on the history in the city with that team name? If you're new to the channel, I hope you consider subscribing. As I mentioned off the top here, we cover all 31 NHL teams, soon to be 32. If you're from the Seattle area and you're excited for hockey, certainly leave some comments down below, let us know. We've covered the Seattle franchise from quite a while back, so if you missed any of our prior videos talking about this franchise and all the concepts that go with it, certainly feel free to check out the YouTube card up here, and there'll be an expansion playlist there that you can click on and check out all of our prior videos discussing not only Seattle, but other cities who may be looking at getting NHL teams here in the near future. If you haven't done so already, consider checking us out on social media. You're going to see our Twitter handle on the screen right here. We're also on Facebook and Instagram, and all those are linked down below in the description, so check out those accounts. As always, thank you very much for watching, everybody. We'll catch you next time.